Hello, today we're going to talk about special cases with factoring. Special cases with factoring always has to deal with perfect square roots. So if you know your perfect square roots, this will be pretty easy for you. As you can see, this is not a trinomial, it has become a binomial. That is because the middle number actually here is 0x, and we don't put that in. So you have to ask yourself, how would I get 0x in the middle? Well, it's pretty simple if you think of it in terms of square roots. So I'm just going to factor this out now. Do it the same way I've been doing it. So how will I get, so I'll rewrite this up here. So what I'm actually looking for here is 0x in the middle. So 1 and 4, 2 and 2, 1 and 49, 7 and 7. Our sign, because that's negative and that's negative in the back, positive negative, and x and x. Now to fast forward this so we don't have to go through all the numbers. To get 0 in the middle, that means both the numbers will have to be the same but opposite. So it'll have to be something like -2 and +2. Because when you combine those, you get 0, or something like -12 and +12. Something that'll give me 0. So if you look at these in terms of perfect square roots, and use your common sense, you know that if I put 2 there, and 2 there, and 7 there, and 7 there, I'm going to get the same thing. I'm going to get, so if I do this out, I get 4x squared, then I'll get -49 in the back, and plus 14x in the middle, and minus 14x in the middle. So 4x squared minus 49. And there you go. That's the special cases. So it's when you basically have the same two binomials, but the sign of the constant in the back is different. So this is 2x plus 7, this is 2x minus 7. When you get something like that, you won't end up with a trinomial, you end up with a binomial. When you FOIL it out. All right, this is example number 2. I'm going to do one just like the one I just did, just to show you once again. I'm not even going to write out the things, because I know this is a perfect square root. The square root of 9 is 3, plus and minus. And then the square root, this is still 1, the square root of 1 is 1, perfect square roots. So I know this is x plus 3 minus 3. And if you want to do it out, that's what you'll get. Use your common sense with these special cases and they'll make your life a lot easier. All right, again, common sense. Use it here and you'll be all right. This looks difficult. It is not difficult at all. So we know our middle number is going to have to be like 0, A, B, something or other. But the coefficient is what's important. We know it's going to be 0. That's why everything's gone. So I know this is just going to have to be the square root of 9, which is 3. All right, now what times what will give me a to the 4th? Well, knowing from my exponent rules, a squared times a squared will give me a to the 4th. And I know my sign's going to be positive, negative, because that's negative. So what times what gives me b squared? B. B times b gives me b squared. And there's your answer. Use your common sense here. You'll be all right. Just because there's more exponents there doesn't mean anything. All right, here's a special case also, but this time it's a trinomial, it's not a binomial. The first thing you always want to look for is see if you can take anything out of it. You can't factor anything out here, so you just want to go about your business. But it's still under the special case umbrella, so all this means is your signs are both going to be positive, positive, x and x. And spoiler alert, it's going to be 2x plus 7 and 2x plus 7. I'm not going to go through the whole process. But what this wants to show you is this simplifies down to this. This is the same thing as this. And that's what this wanted to show you. And it's in the lesson that way. It wants you to write it like this. 2x plus 7 squared is the same thing as 2x plus 7 times 2x plus 7. Just remember that, and we're going to do one more. All right, here's the last one. Again, it's under a special case umbrella. My front number is perfect square root, my back number is perfect square root. If I want to do the whole thing out, I could. I write all my factors out, do 1 times 9 and 1 times 4. But since it's under a special case umbrella, I already know what it's going to be. I know it's going to be 3x minus 2 and 3x minus 2. And there you go. What this wants to show you is the other way to write this is 3x minus 2 squared. But what you would want to do there, if you didn't know, is go through 1 times 9, 1 times 4, 2 times 2, then 3 times 3, and just do the whole process out. But this just one, all this section is trying to show you is if you have two binomials multiplying by each other, the coefficient of the first and the coefficient of the second are the same, and the constant in the back is just an opposite sign, they'll reduce down to just one binomial, or they'll FOIL out to a binomial. And this, when you get the same thing twice, can be written as 3x minus 2 in a simplified form. That's all I just wanted to show you. I hope it helped, and